Ben Sebastian here, curator of the SYMPHONIC podcast and composer of the Kalasin series of albums. I'm here today to introduce you to a project that started in 1996 when a bunch of friends with diverse musical backgrounds and interests in genres such as 70s prog, 80s and 90s metal and beyond came together to form Aura from Italy. Currently signed to My Kingdom Music, Aura have a substantial back catalogue of previous albums entitled A Different View from the Same Side, Deliverance and Noise. But here today in 2022, they've released an album called Underwater, which they describe as an intimate, intense and dreamy progressive metal masterpiece featuring a combination of styles typical of the genre, such as odd time signatures, dynamic tempo changes, pensive melodies, all designed to wrap you up in an incredible universe made of intense atmospherics and technical skill. They say this is an album that is a must-have for you who love bands such as Porcupine Tree, Opeth, God is an Astronaut and Leprous. So from that album Underwater, a single released at the end of September, this is Promises. Promises is part inspired by historical events and tells the story of the deportation that took place in the Second World War. It's also part inspired by this fresh resurgence of war in the Ukraine, and it kind of shows how man forgets the past instead of learning from it. An introspective yet eclectic stuff from Aura, and I encourage you to check out the rest of the Underwater album. In relation to Promises itself, I really enjoyed the track. You can tell that this is a band that has been together for quite some time. It's very well fused together. Our production style is very solid, and yeah, the transition into the chorus, sleeping out our fears at the end of the day. I love that melody. Really was a hit home moment, as was in 3 minutes and 6 seconds, I believe, when it kind of absolutely dissipates, and then all you've got is the so Goodbye My Darling and lyric, and then the bass comes in with the synth, and it all builds back up into the end, and then of course you have that quite atmospheric ending around the 3:34 mark. Solid track, and you know, it's been a pleasure to listening to it. The album itself is a solid listen, and throughout I kind of detected, I'm not quite sure how I detected it, but there's a sort of Pink Floyd vibes, just little sort of nuances. Maybe I think it's the atmospherics that this band bring to the table, and as that thought just kind of sat in my mind, lo and behold, the next track that came on was indeed a Pink Floyd cover, and it's from their Piper at the Gates of Dawn, very early Pink Floyd album, and it's Astronomy Domine, or is it Astronomy Domini? I'm stumble over my words, but man, I hadn't heard that in so long. So, you know, I thank Aura not just for their, you know, sort of modern self-created music, but their revival of a musical memory I thought I had forgotten. So my next listen will probably be a bunch of early Pink Floyd material. Look, links all below. Give this video a like. Make sure you subscribe here to keep more discoveries and podcast episodes fresh into your inbox as and when they happen. But more importantly, give this awesome band Aura a like, a follow, and a listen. Thank you very much for watching.